stages. And yesterday, Barcelona trashed their opponent. Barcelona is high-flying team this season. Apart from that one loss against Osasuna, they have been flying. Bayern Munich got a win too. A whole lot of games happened yesterday. We are going to be talking about that on the show. And remember, there is Europa League happening today, and the Conference League. That means Manchester United and Chelsea are playing their games today. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Volt Sports on Volt 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and I'm here with my guy, my 18, John. How are you, John? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning and welcome to the show, fans. When you see Inter Milan sitting deep, defending with their lives, you know they just accorded you the biggest compliment in sports.
Okay, that game, we are going to talk about that game. But remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We are live now on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. I'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's start with yesterday's game. It's the Champions League. Champions League happened yesterday. Okay, let's talk about the Champions League before move over to other games that happened. Okay, if you look at yesterday's game, the Arsenal won that game. John, what do you make of that game, Arsenal versus Inter Milan? Or before that, let me give you the results of yesterday's game. Arsenal losing away. I think Arsenal lost. Yes, Arsenal lost away to Inter Milan. So the games, the Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 0. PSG 1, Atletico Madrid 2. It was a bad loss for PSG. They are looking very, very bad in this year's Champions League. Club Brugge 1, Aston Villa 0. Feyenoord 1, RB Salzburg 3. Actually, they got their first win.
Yeah.
They got their first win in this year's Champions League. Bologna 0, Monaco 1, Shakhtar Donetsk 2, Young Boys 1. That game happened yesterday's games. Sparta Prague 1, Brest 2. Kudos to Brest. They have actually been powering this Champions League. Serena Vesda 2, Barcelona 5. Stuttgart 0, Atlanta 2. Our own very Lookman scored yesterday. And Bayern Munich winning against Benfica 1-0. Okay, John, let's talk about the Inter Milan game, because Inter Milan, they defended with their life, as you just said. And Arsenal came out to fight, but they couldn't get that equalizer. They lost that game with the penalties. It was a controversial penalty because it was a handball. They gave that penalty, but for me, his hand was in a natural position because he can't move his hand. The ball just hit his hand, but the referee decided to give that penalty.
For me, the game was given a new face when that penalty was given. Now, I started this show by saying that Inter Milan paid Arsenal the biggest compliment in sporting football by sitting 10 men in the 18-yard box 90% of the game, defending against Arsenal. And it's a different perspective, because in that game, barring that penalty, they didn't explore all the attacking options. Lautaro Martinez was like a man, left on an island all by himself. If you saw the way they played in that game, there was no attacking. They just scored that penalty and went and packed the balls for the remaining minutes of the match. Yes, and I say that's the biggest compliment because, on a normal day in Europe, when you look at the pecking order in Europe, you are going to see that Inter Milan have won this Champions League a couple of times. They stack their record in Europe speaks for them. But, in this game, in a game against a weakened Arsenal without Martin Odegaard, who later came in maybe in the 80-something minutes, they started without Martin Odegaard. They started without an attacking threat because if you look at that midfield, Havertz wasn't up to his usual self. Jesus, the new beast that Teta said is a new beast.
He was introduced in the second half.
We didn't see anything from him, so the win was there for the taking without the penalty, and they didn't go for it, and they relied on that penalty to snatch all 3 points. But I'm going to say this is a shift in mentality, because when you have the hallowed Inter Milan sitting deep defending that one penalty, it tells you that everybody knows the potential of this Arsenal side, and Arteta, this one is for you now. I hope you invest in this side to make sure that this potential no fade away after this season.
If you look at that game again, that 1-0 against Inter Milan, I think Inter Milan just needed that 3 points. They didn't mind if they had to defend for 90 minutes. They did that defending and got the win. Odegaard is back. He played for by 3 minutes to the end of the game.
Yeah.
He was introduced. That means he is back. The captain of Arsenal is back. Let's see if Arsenal is going to improve in this year's Champions League. Everybody is fighting for that top 8. That top 8 gives you the automatic qualification If not, you are going to play a knockout stage in January. So let's see what happens with Arsenal, where they are going to be finishing. Okay, let's move on to the next game that happens. Serena Vesda versus Barcelona. Barcelona, they are high flying.
Yes,
They scored
yes.
5 again. Hansi Flick is destroying everything in his path.
Is destroying is
Everything.
obliterating, annihilating, decimating. You can wax lyrical on Hansi Flick this season.
Oh my God,
No,
he is
two ways
fantastic.
about
He
it.
is fantastic.
Not two
That
ways
game,
about
I know it's Serena Vest is a small team, but actually they came up. Actually, they scored 2 goals, which is kudos to them.
Kudos to them, but
Lewandowski scored 2. Fantastic guy.
they reduced my expectation in them. I was expecting a 7-1. That was what I called yesterday.
Come on, John.
I called a 7-1 yesterday, and I was watching that match to ensure that it happened. But you have to give them kudos to the fact that they were able to at least get something on this. They equalized after Inigo Martinez gave Barcelona the early goal, and then Lewandowski with Rafinha combination. Rafinha, if I go back and I check this game, I'm sure Rafinha has a brace of assists, and he also got a goal. We cannot run out of plaudits to give to Rafinha. It's just like I don't know. Rafinha is looking like the new Iniesta of Barcelona in the sense that
I don't know what came over him this year. He has been firing. I think he got 2 assists in that game.
He got 2 assists and a goal. So he's been essential. Anytime you see Barcelona score, I'm telling you, this one now free. Anytime you see Barcelona score in any match, go and look at the assists or the goals. You are going to see the maestro himself in the mix there for Barcelona. It was a fantastic game. It was a blowout game. Kudos to Serena Vesda for at least making it decent. There's this song they say break it to me gently. That's what Serena Vesda were telling Barcelona. Don't just come here and do 7-0. Just break it to us gently. It's fine.
Okay, that game ended 5 goals to 2 to Barcelona. Barcelona are actually high flying in this game. Okay, let's talk about PSG. PSG are not doing well. They are actually out of the knockouts. Like, if they continue in this type of performance, they are going to leave the Champions League in the group stage. But they lost that game again against Atletico Madrid, 1 goal to 2. What is wrong with PSG?
I called it yesterday. It may not have been the most popular opinion on the show yesterday, but I said that Atletico were going to beat Paris Saint-Germain at the Parc des Princes, and it happened. It happened yesterday. I can go on and on and on and on about what needs to be done at Paris Saint-Germain, but the thing is that with the lack of Mbappe, you guys said that, and when I'm talking about you guys, I'm winking at a certain West Ham fan who's not here right now. He said that Paris Saint-Germain without Mbappe is lighter, freer. Everybody's playing together. The people, they are bonding. They are doing this one and that one. But how far? How market now? Check out the game yesterday. Paris Saint-Germain were struggling to create chances. They were struggling to have a lightning. You see, every team in football has to have a lightning rod in the team. At Man City, we all know is Haaland. He's the lightning rod. But then there's a few conductors in midfield. Talk about the Rodri. Talk about KDB. These are the guys that feed him that lightning, and he's the spearhead of the attack. At Paris Saint-Germain, we don't know who that is. There's nobody spearheading the attack. There's nobody spearheading the initiative to move the ball forward. At Arsenal, that lightning rod is Martin Odegaard, because if you saw that game yesterday like I did, you are going to see that they were just making sideways passes, no forward runs till he came in. And if you look at that game yesterday, I can't understand for the life of me why they were not able to hold on to the lead and make it count yesterday for Paris Saint-Germain. I'm actually livid. You have the Ousmane Dembele, you have the Marco Asensio, you have the Bradley Barcola, you have a whole lot of creative players, but no out and out striker, and it keeps showing. You can win the League On for a decade consecutively, but until you break into the European knockout stages and you do that consistently and get to the semis, you're not going to be taken serious in Europe. And Paris Saint-Germain have just proven that today.
They are proving that. I don't know what happened, but they lost that game. 1-2 against Atletico. Atletico scored in the 90th, almost the end of the game. They scored the final kick of the game and won that game. So let's see what PSG is going to be doing, because they are actually in big trouble in this Champions League. Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube, and I can see some comments here. Welcome guys on our YouTube channel. You can go there, drop your comments. I will be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, Emmanuel Okitibi is saying Arsenal showing he won't go far as a coach. he wants to force Moreno into the team when Nwaneri is a better option for now. The
True
few
that.
minutes of the lad was better than all Moreno did. So I don't know if you look at it, I think he is saying the truth. I saw him bringing Nwaneri.
Yes.
You can see him drive the ball. I don't know if it's the seniority or he's afraid he wants to defend. I don't know what happened to him, but Ateta should actually wake up.
Ateta did it last season when he brought in Kai Havertz, and for the life of me, I can't even
He
understand
was
why he was insisting
that
Havertz
Havertz was
play
what?
in that CM, and he wasted over 4, 5, 6 games until it was glaring to the point that their position in the league was almost threatened before he took him out of the. Why do we keep coming back? Are we in an infinity loop now at Arsenal where we keep going back to the same cycle? It's crazy how you keep forcing a player to play now. Ease him gently into the side, bring him on 50 minutes in, 60 minutes in, play him up forward, because that CM role right now is not working for Moreno. Moreno needs to be playing just behind the striker. I said it, we saw it when he played in the Euro 2024. We saw his performance there. We know his quality, but don't play him in a handicap position that is not played to his strength. That's the thing.
He had to actually do something here with that Moreno matter. I think it's because he changed formation. For example, yesterday he played almost a 4-4-2 with Trossard and Havertz up front, Martinelli from the left, Saka from the right. I think that's what he played with Partey and Moreno in the midfield. I think changing formation this season is actually costing him, because if you look at how Arsenal played yesterday, they will be Partey, Odegaard and Rice.
Yes.
It was easy. Everybody was attacking and tracking back, but because of injuries, he's made to trying to change his formation and try to adapt to the players available to him. So I don't think probably that's why he's actually playing that way.
One thing is, Ethan Nwaneri should be starting.
Anyhow they want to do it.
He should be starting. If Martin Odegaard is not going to be starting, let that young man just start for Arsenal. Start the young man, play Partey alongside Rice, or play Partey alongside some other person in that midfield, and then bring in Moreno 60 minutes, 70 minutes, play him in that role.
To close up the game.
Yes.
To close up the game, I think that's necessary. Okay, some of the comments are dropping here on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. And Emmanuel Okitibi is saying Arsenal did all they did in the second half. Immediately they removed his favorite Moreno. Okay, I think so. Bowie is saying Mikel keeps making silly mistakes. The team has been doing badly. Just makes a lot of changes. Just make lots of changes. Okay, he's also saying why take Havertz back to the midfield again? Havertz, yes, he put out in the second half. He had to move back Havertz in the midfield in the second half to trying to win that game. Okay, Emmanuel Okitibi is also saying he is doing with Moreno what he did with Havertz last season.
Yes,
he was insisting that Havertz must work in the midfield where everybody could see it that it wasn't working. Okay, Bo is saying it's also good for them to feel how it is when you defend. Inter did not come to play. They came to defend and get one goal, which they did. Bo is also saying, in all, Arsenal did not do badly at all, but they just could not score. Okay, let's see what Arsenal and Arteta is going to be doing in this year Champions League. Okay, Bo is also saying PSG coach will be start soon.
I'm praying for that. Please, Luis Enrique.
Come on. Go. No, he has a family. He
must go.
He has a family to feed. But okay, PSG lost that game against Atletico Madrid, because if you look at Simeone, is under pressure in this Champions League. Both of them are under pressure, but somehow they won that game in the final kick of the game, and they won that game. Atletico won that game. So let's see where they are going to be finishing this season. Okay, the surprise package of this Champions League is Brest.
No doubt.
Brest is from France. If you don't know, Brest is playing in France Ligue 1.
Yes.
They won again away from home against Sparta Prague. 2-1. What do you make of these guys?
It was a slugfest,
This time I win the Champions League.
You know how, I don't know, I'm looking for a movie reference to give you now. This game was Thou Shall Not Pass. That's the game for me yesterday. They were fighting tooth and nail to make sure that they got back into that game. They were fighting to ensure that they didn't lose their position on the table. If you look at the table now, I'm sure they are sitting pretty somewhere in the top 4.
They are top 4. They have 10 points.
And they have good points on the board. For me, Slavia Praha were playing at home, and they wanted to show that you can't come here and defeat us. But You have to give it to these guys. If you go and look at their team, you see literally unknown players who are
Everywhere,
making
making waves.
waves right now in the Champions League. And I think it's for teams like this that this new format of the Champions League is really out to showcase, because you can see consistently, if you look at the bottom half of the Champions League table, you are going to see big names and big titles and big egos that are lambasting in the bottom position. And then we have young blood, young clubs coming into the game, doing things right and making those points. It's good to see, it's good for the game, and it's good for all fans of SC Brest.
Okay, Brest won that game 2-1. They are sitting. They have 10 points. They have not lost a game in this Champions League, which is surprising for everybody. Let's hope that they probably are the dark horse of this Champions League. Maybe we might get a new winner of the Champions League this season. But once they enter the knockout stages, when you play the big boys, and the big boys when they smile, when they see you, they will try.
They have to qualify first.
No, they have to qualify. They are 10 points.
I'm saying the big boys that are sitting in the bottom half have to qualify.
They have to qualify first.
Because I'm sure there are some big names that will fall out.
Maybe. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to the next game. It's got Club 1, Aston Villa 0. This is the first game Aston Villa is losing this season after actually beating Bayern Munich in this year's Champions League. They lost away to Club Brugge. What do you make of that, Aston Villa? I know at some point they are going to probably lose a game or draw a game, but I was surprised it was Club Brugge, because I was expecting at least a draw from them, but Emery's team failed to score a goal.
Yeah, they failed to score a goal. That's one. Secondly, they were unable to be as effective up front as we've seen them several times in the Premier League and in Champions League this season. But for all their lapses in attack, they were able to hold down this game to the second half before we saw those, one, the tired legs, one, the physicality of the match, and every other thing were just falling apart. And that's the timing that a certain anointed young man called John Duran would usually make his cameo appearance in the game, but he wasn't available for them yesterday, and you could see that his absence was felt.
Once they put him in 20 minutes, somehow he just scores a bang.
This is reminiscent of Olivier Giroud for Arsenal that year, coming off the bench to come in and score super sub and score goals to win games. So he wasn't available yesterday, but then you have to also give it to a certain I'm looking for a word to describe him now. Okay, a certain Swiss Army knife in the goalpost, talking about Simon Mignolet, formerly of Liverpool, who made it impossible for Aston Villa to get on the score sheet yesterday.
Okay, let's see what happens with Aston Villa. They are still in the top 8 of the Champions League. Let's see how they are going to be qualifying. If they are going to qualify for this year's Champions League knockout stage. Okay, let's talk about Lookman. Lookman scored a goal. And they won that. Atlanta winning that game away from home in Germany against Stuttgart. Someone was saying yesterday that it's hard for you to get a 3 points in Germany, but Lookman led his team to that game and won 2-1 comfortable. I would say comfortable win, even though they defended most part of the game.
Yes, no doubt. I called it a win yesterday. I said that we are going to see Lookman on the score sheet, but better than that Atlanta have what it takes to go to Germany and come away with all 3 points. And you have to give it to them. Look at the total performance. Nicolo Zaniolo getting the winner for them yesterday. You look at the lineup, you look at the stats, it shows you that it was a pretty even game in the first half, but at a certain point in time, Gasperini knows how to whip up his boys and get them to deliver on the job. And that's what they did yesterday. They delivered on the job, even though they had a couple of yellow cards in the game. There was a lot of physicality to the match. You could tell that Stuttgart and their side were ready to fight fire for fire, but at the end of the day, they got the goals when it was required, and they got the win. If you look at the possession, they may not have had a lot of the ball, but having the ball without productivity is nothing.
It's not. They had more shots on target. Liverpool scored 2, so I think it was pretty even. Let's talk about Lookman, because Lookman has been on fire this season. What do you make of him? I think he picked form at the right moment.
For me, how do you put Lookman as the number 14 on the Ballon d'Or list?
Oh,
that's an insult if you ask me. That's an insult. This is but it's fine though. But kudos to him for getting on the list. He should have been at least in the top 7 or in the top 10. But no doubt, even the blind can see that this young man is talented. He has been in a lot of goals this season for Atalanta.
He has 13 goals involvement for Atlanta in 13 games, which is actually one goal or a goal or assist in every game.
Which is fantastic. I don't think there's anybody that is going to be looking for more from a player, because he's giving his all, he's putting it out there, he's giving stellar performances week in, week out. And I think everybody in Europe can finally see that, yeah, there's a star here, and it won't be long now before he gets a big move to somewhere in Europe. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, because
Let
we
him go
had
to
that
Arsenal.
conversation. We had that conversation
Let him go to
sometime in
Arsenal.
the war.
I think Arsenal is better for him. Let him go to Arsenal. But let's see what Lookman and Atlanta is going to be doing in this year's Champions League. Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports, and Bo is saying it was a bad weekend for big clubs, big
Yes,
teams,
no
Madrid,
doubt.
City, Arsenal, and PSG. Everybody was just losing their games. So let's see what is going to be happening in the Champions League. This is going to be interesting. Okay, let's move on to another game. Is Bayern Munich 1, Benfica 0. Okay, Bayern Munich won that game, and they are gradually moving on.
Gradually moving up the table.
Gradually, I
Gradually
like
moving
that.
up,
Company is actually doing well. He has not lost a league game in Bundesliga. Now I think he has 6 points now in this
And
Champions
he's
League.
doing well for me. If you ask me, I think he's doing well. They were able to get if you saw that game yesterday, Benfica fought tooth and nail to get something. But somebody in that midfield said, no, you shall not pass. You shall not get anything. And I'm happy with the side they got the win. It wasn't a fancy win, it wasn't a blowout, but a win is a win regardless. And I think there is no Munich fan that would be angry with that performance, and no Munich fan out there that is going to say that they didn't give their all on the pitch, because they did give their all on the pitch. And if you look at the game, I'm sure there are a couple of antics here and there, but it was a credible win. It was a credible win for me. And I feel now, hopefully, a lot of people that are on Vincent Company's back can back down now, because the man is putting in good results. Go and look at the Bundesliga. Go and look at the games that they have played there. Go and look at their matches with Leverkusen and a couple of other big teams in that Bundesliga, and come back and tell me if that
They're
man is
actually
not
doing
doing
well.
wonders.
If you look at this game they played against Benfica, they had 24 shots, have 10 shots on target. If you put that into perspective, Benfica had 1 shot in the whole game.
Yes.
And 0 on target. If you look at the position, Bayern Munich had 74, had 872 passes. I think they just destroyed Benfica in this game. Just 1 whole shot for Benfica, a whole game.
Yeah, that's to tell you that he's fixed that defense lapses they've been having. He's worked on it. They closed it out. They played a very compact, very precise game, and they were able to get the goal thanks to the golden boy, assisted by the main man up front. Jamal Musiala was able to score that goal in the 67th minute that gave them all 3 points. Kane was one that provided it, and it also speaks to Kane's importance to the team, because you have an invaluable asset in the side when you have a striker that is able to join in the link-up play and help the team develop going forward. Because a lot of clubs yesterday had that problem moving the ball from that midfield to the final third, and I think Bayern Munich got a lot of assists from Kane, in the sense that he was able to progress the game. He was able to create the opportunity that led to Musiala's goal, and they secured all 3 points in that match.
Kudos to Bayern Munich. They're actually moving up in this Champions League table. Let's see what is going to happen in this Champions League. Bayern Munich are one of the favorites to win the Champions League, but they are actually moving gradually. Company is doing well in this Champions League. Okay, let's talk about Feyenoord versus RB Salzburg. They got their first 3 points of the Champions League yesterday. I think it was a good win for them to get all the 3 points.
Yeah, I'm happy that Salzburg have been able to turn it around. Prior to now, they were sitting in a very precarious position on the log. They were sitting almost 30 something. The two RB clubs, Leipzig and Salzburg, were sitting. I think Leipzig was sitting at 31 and Salzburg was sitting at 34. And they've been able to at least put 3 points on the board and turn it around. These Salzburg clubs, they are young clubs. They are not relative. They don't have the 200-year history like most of these clubs. They are young clubs, but they are a hybrid club in the sense that they are able to adapt and change and move quickly. They rely on youth and they get things going. In that game yesterday, I was really happy that they were able to come away with the points, because it was another game of are you going to finish this year's Champions League, making it into the Champions League this year, and you are not able to put a point on the board? It would have been terrible for them. But they were able to at least get in on the goals. They were able to score, and they were able to secure all 3 points. Finally, sitting somewhere in the league. Now, let me check. I'm sitting 30th in the league with 3 points. We still have 5 other teams that do not have any points on the board.
Okay, we're going to connect with Bowe. Bowe is our senior analyst, and we're going to ask him some few questions of yesterday's game. Good morning, Bowe.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have a few questions to ask you. Yesterday's game. If you look at yesterday's game, especially for the Arsenal game, what do you make of Arteta playing Moreno in the midfield? If you look at the formation they are playing. Is it because that Odegaard is injured? Odegaard has been injured throughout the almost part of the season, but he changed his formation. Should he have changed his formation to adapt to the players available, or would have stayed with his formation and probably find players to fix in those positions that is unavailable?
Well, I think the first reason and the issue for Moreno's issue is simple. Not even with the guy. I think because Rice was not available. Because if Rice was available, I think maybe yesterday we might not have seen Moreno starting, or there will be a change, because I don't see how you can play Rice, Moreno, Partey, then you play Uli bench, is it Trossard or Martinelli or Alves or Saka? So I think Moreno has not been up to speed, basically, in the Premier League in the Arsenal side. He's still new. He still needs more time, but coaches can be funny. He's a player he loves. His Spanish brother, he wants to get to play by all means. But you could see yesterday, he was being bullied in the first few minutes of the game. He couldn't hold on to the ball. That is why he was the first person
To
be
removed, yes.
Yeah.
Immediately after halftime. So Arteta should learn to understand something. When you are going to Italy, where these guys are macho, they don't care about you. They bullied Arsenal for the first 10 minutes, hit the bar, had chances, and all. You needed your strong man, your strongest of players, on the pitch. So I don't know what is now that Odegaard is back, and Rice might be back for the weekend against Chelsea. I think it's wiser to put Moreno on the bench. So you play your normal 4-2-3-1 formation, play your Rice and Partey in the blocking of the midfield there. Odegaard should be able to start against Chelsea in the weekend, and you now play your Martinelli, Saka, and Alves on front. Everything goes back to normal. But my problem is this: your team, Arsenal, have not won any game in the last 4 matches.
Yes, that's the problem.
You've lost 3. You've drawn.
Okay, they won in the FA Cup though.
Exactly.
Oh, Carabao Cup, yes.
Carabao Cup, yes. So you have a lot of players on the bench. I don't care whether you talk about Jesus becoming dancing or whatever. Something just needs to happen.
Jesus has been dancing. I don't know what is wrong with him this season.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter now that when you have an issue, you're not winning. You have to try something new.
Yes.
So you can try to start a Jesus, start a Sterling, start a Waneri, check them out for 45 minutes. Just do something and let's see. Maybe the players are tired. They need new pump of blood. And you start a new team and they will start winning. You'll be surprised that all your big boys that you put on the bench for that game will wake up. But coaches who are very stubborn like Arteta end up suffering. And we'll see what's going on now, and they are beginning to lose. We will see what he will do against Chelsea. I'm still very sure he will start his normal team. Odegaard might just be the only person who will start. So Arsenal, I will not say they played a bad game yesterday. Inter just prepared to come, go on a counter, score 1 goal and defend. But they got a penalty, and they defended very well all through the game. I was wondering, after Arsenal was making crosses, who did they cross the ball?
Like
Arsenal players they were just crossing ball. No pinpoint passes. Odegaard has been mixed so far, and I'm glad that it's back for Arsenal.
Okay, boy. Let's move on to the next game that is important. If you look at the way they have played, that's Barcelona. Barcelona have been actually trashing everything. What do you make of Hansi Flick and his young boys? Because we need to talk about him. Him coming to change not only the style of Barcelona.
Yes.
He brought in his own blueprint. He is trashing. They are scoring goals. Unlike it's like I think they even score more goals than the MSN when the 3 of them was playing together. So what is the secret of Barcelona and Hansi Flick?
No, I think it's just a revival tactics. I will not say he changed only the tiki-taka, but he didn't change the attacking style of play for Barcelona. They are still attacking on all fronts. He was able to. I think that man sat down with Rafinha. Don't forget, last season Rafinha was almost leaving Barcelona. He had a very terrible season last season. And he had to let go Gundogan and know that, okay, now I know what I want to do. So he has revised Rafinha, now made him assistant captain captain of that side now. Lemmy Yamal is on another level. Lewandowski at 35 years has woken up again, scoring left, right, center. So that forward line of Rafinha, Yamal, Lewandowski are doing fantastically well. Then he has just given youth the confidence and the ability to play. All the players are back from injury now, Pedri and Sufati. Don't forget, a certain Dani Olmo is there on the
Yes.
bench. Whenever
Yes.
Olmo comes into the match, it scores a goal. Then the defensive lineup too has been solidified. He has given them that German formation where you almost don't concede goals. Balde, and don't forget, there's a certain Araujo that's gotten injured for 1 foot. He's not back yet.
Yes.
Christensen is not playing. So this man has gotten a formidable position now, giving them a very solid defense line for the German machines as a flick, then giving them room to go out all out in attack. And we are seeing Barcelona flying. That coach should be giving kudos. Just like I also say that Arne Slot for Liverpool should also be giving kudos to Barcelona. They look very, very good. 9 points above Real Madrid in the league, and they are flying also the Champions League. So let's give them some kudos. I think they will do well this season.
Okay,
Yes.
finally, Bo, if you look at PSG are a team that everybody after Mbappe, we are thinking, okay, probably is the big star that their problem. They let go of Messi, Neymar, now Mbappe, but they are not still flying in the Champions League. They're probably going to win their Ligue 1 title, normal. But what is wrong with them? Once they come to Champions League, they are not performing.
Yeah, I think that's what their issue is. There's too much pressure on just the Champions League. Play your normal game. They have the players they need to win everything, but mentality is key. Kolo One is a young boy. Yes, has gone to the Euros and all those things. Bakula is also a young boy. Dembele is back, playing very, 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 very well. But I think now it now has not to do with just all the players. It has to do also with the coaching style. So I did not understand what they played yesterday. I watched some part of that match, but I couldn't get it. That at 1-1 they were okay to just end the match with a draw. You're playing at home, and suddenly the normal boy that they called Angel Correa that always comes in to score late minutes goals for Atletico Madrid did the magic again. But I also blame Donnarumma for that goal.
For that goal, yes.
Yeah, he will have saved that goal yesterday, that last minute goal. And I would say kudos to Atletico Madrid, but very, very, very bad start in the Champions League for PSG. And I think if they get knocked out, they don't make top 8, and they don't make the knockout to make it the first 18.
Yeah, probably they have to fire him. How can you not make?
He may not last this season, in Champions League for PSG this season.
Okay, I say the last question, but let me ask you the Brest is the surprise. They are the dark horse of this year's Champions League. What do you make of them? They have not actually lost a game in this Champions League. They have played for 1-3 and drawn 1. So they are even Monaco too, I think. But let me not talk about Monaco, because Monaco before this era has been a good team. But Brest is a new team in this Champions League, and they are doing very well.
Yeah, I think Brest wants to replicate what Monaco did in the early years when the Monaco went all the way.
True that.
And they are doing very, very well. Like I like when I see relatively unknown players doing so well. They have nothing to lose, and they go out there, play their hearts out, fly out, play for their coaches, and play for their badge, and we are seeing the result. Don't forget, it's looking like the same thing Mourinho did in 2004. So with the Porto side.
Yes, like play.
Young boys. We didn't know, and no matter what they do, if they get one more win again, we are very certain they might make top 8. So
yes.
I want to say kudos to Brest, making flying the French flag on behalf of PSG and Lyon and the rest of them. So kudos to them. I want to see them in the next round. Let's have one dark horse go very far, in the Champions League this season.
All right, thank you, Boye. Thank you for that analysis.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about the league table or the Champions League table. If you look at it's always funny when we talk about the league table in the Champions League, but the top 8 is Liverpool sitting pretty first on the table. They have 12 points.
Maximum point.
They played for 1-4, and they have not lost a game. They have not drawn a game. They have scored 10 goals and conceded only 1 goal in this Champions League. Sporting Lisbon, our own Ruben Amorim that is moving to Manchester United on the 11th. His team is sitting second on the table. They have 10 points. Monaco, surprisingly, are third with 10 points. Brest are fourth with 10 points. Inter Milan are fifth with 10 points. Barcelona have moved up. They are sixth with 9 points. Dortmund have 9 points after 4 games. Aston Villa have 9 points. That's the top 8. This top 8 is going to be, if they finish this way, they are going to qualify in the automatic stages in the Champions League. Others from 16 to 24 are going to be playing knockout before they join them. So let's see who is going to be qualifying for this year's Champions League. Okay, you can now call us and join the conversation with us in the studio. The number to call is 0706 048 5-8, 5-3. Remember, we are moving to the Europa League. Manchester United are playing today. You know, when we talk about Manchester United, it's fire. Everybody will start arguing, but let's see what Manchester United will do. But let's take this call about the Champions League. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning, everybody. See you.
Good
Yeah, good
morning. Name and
morning.
location, please.
I can answer.
Okay, IK, what is your contribution?
Okay, people saying that talking of Arsenal. I'm not surprised for Arsenal. What you are doing, Jacob. Because not today is bad. You're saying that all that is bad. It's all that I will do. I'm not saying that. Is that club or they're supposed to be playing Champions League? That's the truth.
You get beef for
In
Arsenal.
fact, but you know, these Arsenal fans, no, they don't want to hear truth. They already know which Champions League. Perhaps Saka will win them for them. Huh? It cannot be done like that.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything there. But this Milan played them yesterday. You see, they have a team that they want to play Champions League they play for. So not be say if they come out play them, they will mind them. They want to win that goal. Person saying that that's penalty, no supposed to be penalty. It's a clean penalty. So they clean penalty. So, and they score it and go back and
defend their lead. All right.
It's a pattern of football.
All right. Thank you very much.
For this PSG, I said it before the match started. Say you will lose the match. That's how it goes. It happens like that. So what will happen today for Man U?
Man U, yeah,
so
prediction, yes. They are winning.
They are bottom. I don't see them doing anything. I wonder this Amir, I call Amir. How can you live with a club that they play Champions League and they are doing well? Going back to a club that play Europa, the bottom of the team.
Okay, you're talking about Amorim.
What type of coach be that?
Well, Manchester United is a big club.
He come to me and hang himself as
thank you very much. He's wondering why Amorim will leave a Champions League team.
Same here, bro.
But it doesn't matter. Manchester United are the biggest club in the one of second. I think it's their second biggest club.
In the time pass.
Come on, they are still a big club.
Time pass.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Manchester United calling from Elizabeth.
Okay, Manchester United. Okay, we are about to talk about the Europa League for Manchester United game. Okay, what do you think?
That guy that just finished talking rubbish. How can he be saying that? I don't understand this AC guy.
Hey, calm down, please. Don't say that somebody is talking rubbish.
Are they jealous of Manchester United? Oh, let me just know because we get the best coach in the world. I don't understand. Focus on your own ball. Focus on your own problem. Don't climb your shoulder at the Manchester United issue. United have already hired a manager, Ruben. So why are you people jealous? Why are you saying that he's going to do this, he's going to do that? Allow the man to start first before you start saying anything rubbish. I don't understand all these Chelsea fans. They are too jealous of Manchester United.
Okay.
20 times league winner. So why are they jealous? I don't understand. Sometimes
it just bans. It happens everywhere. Nobody likes everybody. Well, thank you for that contribution. What are your prediction for Manchester United's game today?
United will win by 4 goals to nothing.
By 4 goals to nothing. Okay, let's see what I see. Thank you very much.
John.
Yes.
John.
I'm here. Go ahead.
John. Manchester City. What I told you before is happening. And this is what they are saying is the early stage that you are seeing that. So you better hang your heart together. Because what you see coming later, they are coming soon.
5 in a row loading.
Okay, let's see.
I'm telling you the truth that they're going to win Champions League and they will not win league.
5 in a row loading.
I'm already seeing it and I'm telling you, Manchester United will finish it. You people argue with me. You see it.
Okay, no problem. Maybe we still have our bet, right?
Okay.
We still have our bet now.
You know, you see the way they hit you guys, 4-1. The rate of your best coach in the world. You are not talking again because
we shall see again on December now. Don't worry now. It's not so far right now.
It's not so far. You see what is happening. If it's Manchester United now, you'll be hammering all cylinders.
All right.
blue and black.
Your coach is still
Your
a sporting.
your coach now, your coach. Don't worry, let him come
All
to
right, thank you
Premier
very
League
much.
first.
Let him come to Premier League. Premier League and the Champions League are two different
He can't carry
competitions.
hot
So
teach.
let's see what happens. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Yes, we've been at Santos Kano.
Okay,
You're
what is your
welcome.
contribution of the Champions League
Yeah.
games?
First of all, that guy that called somebody rubbish, that Man U fan that called somebody rubbish, you should condemn that act. We are
Yeah.
talking about football here.
Yeah, that's why I told him. I told you don't say rubbish on air. You don't have to say that somebody is talking rubbish. It's an opinion. It's an opinion.
Yeah.
It's very bad attitude for him. He should follow football with a kind of.
It's a fun. Actually, it's a fun
Yeah.
game.
Football is something that gives joy.
Yes.
Not
Sure.
something that even if he criticizes their club, criticize his own club, don't call him a rubbish. So the guy should be one and apologize to this media.
Yeah.
He should apologize. If you leave him, he will take such thing next time. We don't want it here. Okay. I want to just talk about PSG. The
Okay.
team is not. They have to work on their. Maybe the coach is not doing well, or the players are not doing well. I don't know what's the problem. Talking about Arsenal, Arteta is a stubborn coach. We need to do some changes, but I'm happy for him. Odegaard is back. Let's see what we can do.
All right.
But he's giving an excuse of Odegaard that because of him, he's confused. But let's just see what you can do with Odegaard this time around. Thank you.
All right. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you.
Okay, as he just said, when you call him, please be civil. You don't really call another person's opinion rubbish, because you have to see that it's fun for me. Football is actually fun. We can give our own opinions, even criticize other teams without actually insulting people talking on radio. Please, when you come, please be civil and talk, and be civil and be kind to one another. We are just enjoying ourselves. This is football band. We just talk to ourselves, we have fun, and we let it go like that. After football, after all, these players are getting paid. We know they even
lump sum.
whether they lose or they win or they go see pay us. So we don't even need to be angry about anything. Let's just watch football and enjoy ourselves and give our own opinions as it should be. Okay, let's move over to the Europa League, because Manchester United are playing today in the Europa League, and they are playing PAOK. It's PAOK.
Yes.
PAOK. I don't know where they are. Okay, they are from Greece. They are from
yes.
Greece. So Man U they are going to Old Trafford to play today. What do you make of that game? Do you think Manchester should be winning this game? I think it's the second to last game for Van Nistelrooy. After that, he's going to play a league game. Then Amorim will be back.
Yeah.
Will be in.
It's a game that Man U should be winning, and I'm not going to come in here and say that they are going to waltz in and score 4-0 like somebody predicted, because it doesn't just work like that. Yes, they are a minnow, but in football, somebody said there are no small clubs anymore, and it's 11 against 11. But Manchester United, you have a golden opportunity to move yourself away from 22nd Avenue on the Europa League and go up the table. Otherwise, you're going to have to play more games in the coming weeks in order to qualify into the knockout stage. So for me, this is a game that should be a wake-up call to Manchester United in this competition to win this game and move up the Europa League table, because other than that, you could fall out of those knockout positions.
They should be winning. What is your prediction? What do you think will happen in that game? Do you think Van Nistelrooy, after he's been doing, after the 2 games he has coached, you could see the energy they are putting on? Do you think that they will retain that energy and win this game? What is your prediction for that game?
I'm going to hold that for a draw.
Okay, the other big game that's happening in the Europa League is Spurs. Spurs is playing today in the Europa League, and they are playing Galatasaray.
Yes.
Away. If you look at that game, Osimhen is playing today. And what do you make of that? Osimhen to score. Osimhen should be winning. I don't care if they are from England. I'm supporting my own.
My joy is that Osimhen is in London. I don't know if this is, coincidental or
which London? They are going to Spurs. They are going to Italy. They are going to Turkey. They are going to Turkey.
I was thinking that I was thinking it was coming to London, so at least you breathe that Premier League air small, but it's fine. Osimhen, this is your biggest dress rehearsal right now, because you are going to be facing Tottenham Hotspur, and you are going to be facing these guys if you make the move to England. So this is a game you should be scoring. You should be doing everything to win. And I'm going to say that I would love to see Galatasaray come away with the win in this game, squarely because of Osimhen. Osimhen should at least get that scalp off Tottenham.
Okay, if you look at the league tables, it's Lazio. Lazio are top of the league, and they are playing Porto. Porto is another big team in the Europa League. What are your predictions for that game? Do you think that probably Lazio can continue to maintain? They have this Pedro, this old time Pedro. I think he's at 8 years. He's their star player, and have a Nigerian there.
I have just one word for you, Omorodion.
Omorodion.
At FC Porto.
Omorodion.
Yes, Samu Omorodion. I think it's going to be a good game. I think this is a game for football neutrals. You are going to see maybe a possible 2-2, 2-1, 3-1. I think Porto should have what it takes to beat Lazio.
Okay, let's take this call before we continue. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ike. I go back.
Oh, Ike, okay.
For the fine fans, see the reason why this club is not going well is because of their fans. Because 20 Premier League, minus the one we carry, go reach 5. That's why you say that they don't want Liverpool to carry cup to meet them. Liverpool carry cup where they good. I know they do things like mine. So I'm advising some of them. So make sure you take something that is good in your body.
Okay.
So that you know how to banter people. This football is for the fight. Fight.
No, the fight here. The fight here. It's fun.
Yes.
It's fun for everybody. Let us.
Fight any person.
Yeah,
so, just a catch point. They talk. They laugh.
Okay.
Okay. People they take it to heart.
All right.
So, about it for head. No take it to heart like that.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, there is a game that happened in yesterday's. They played a game yesterday in the Europa League. It's Besiktas Stars. 2 goals. They won that game against Malmo. 2-1. So kudos to them. Let's see what will happen with them throughout the Europa League. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
You like calling back again.
Oh, okay.
I call back to apologize for what the other man said.
Okay.
I'm sorry to saying that it's just anger.
Okay, sorry.
You understand? I'm very, very angry with what you say. I don't know why Chelsea fans are not happy with Manchester United. I don't know why.
Just keep your next time. Keep your.
All of us are football fans. Focus on your own team. While people are putting eyes on somebody's what is the problem. Every time they are criticizing this man, I'm not happy about it. Allow this man to come in first.
Okay, no problem.
Before they're not saying anything bad. That's my anger.
No problem.
Allow the man to come in. If he's not doing well, everybody will see. If he's doing well, everybody will see.
Manchester, your apologies accepted. Your apologies accepted. So let's leave it at that.
No problem. But John said that he's 1-1. I'm not happy with that. You also, you are against Manchester United. How can you say that you will play 1-1 against Manchester United?
All right, thank you. All right, bye. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to the Conference League. Chelsea are playing today. Okay, that's how we are going to be closing today's show. Chelsea are playing Noah. Noah's Ark from the Bible. They are going to be playing a whole lot of things we don't even know their name this season.
Child.
So they are playing I don't even know how to talk about this.
This is what happens when you have a shark just move from the ocean and enter a lake. No, a lake is and enter a creek. You have young babies, fishes, young baby clubs there trying to survive, and Chelsea say no. We are coming here to come and eat. Is it good?
If you look the picture they use for that picture,
they use Noah's Ark.
They use Noah's Ark. If you go to the internet to just type Chelsea versus Noah, what the picture you will see there is the Noah's Ark from the Bible.
It's fine.
It's funny, but come on, we don't need to talk much about this conference. That's why I want to talk about it last, because Chelsea should be winning this game without any problems. They're playing at Stamford Bridge.
They should be winning this game. All jokes aside, whether Chelsea decides to field Team C or Team C,
even under 21
or under 21, this is a game they should be winning. And it's surprising that of all the clubs in the Conference League, Chelsea are looking like one of the shoo-in contenders to come away with finishing in the top position and then maybe going on to win it this year.
Anything less than a win.
Anything less than no.
Like they need to carry. How can you be playing Noah?
Anything less than a win in this match, Chelsea fans, in fact, don't come tomorrow.
Noah, you are playing Noah.
It will be tough.
Okay, let's take this last call before we call it a day. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. What you are playing Noah today?
No, now, you said that my
Okay.
this room is guy like this. Now play with the play, no, the fight.
Yes, we
This
are.
guy wait so I don't know what to tell you. So no there for fight. Any man is talking his own way.
Yes.
Understand? And I
Yes.
see the talk. Let me say the call. They cut short in the house. They talk.
Okay.
Understand? They go
Mm.
with them. So if the last play go make it. They go with them today. So it's the last.
All
This
right.
man will go come.
All right. Thank
I
you.
maybe I think when they come.
Uh,
So he go know. See where he go do. They will give him 5 years. What the man go be on.
uh,
Make you know the truth.
all right. Thank you very much.
That's not. Well, I better. Know where they go.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, Chelsea are playing Noah. Noah, I don't know if it's Noah from the Bible, but I have to even find out where that Noah, the country that I come from, but they are playing Noah today in the Conference League. Let's see what Chelsea. Anything less than a win, if anything less than a conference win title for Chelsea is going to be.
Yeah,
It's going to
anything
be.
less than that,
Yeah, it's going to be a failure. Okay, let's see what happens in the Europa League today and the Champions League and the Conference League. Man U is playing today. Chelsea are playing today. Let's see if they are going to get a win tomorrow. We are going to be talking about all that on the show. So join us tomorrow and call us and tell us your own contribution tomorrow. And remember, guys, we are live every day, Monday to Saturday on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your time.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Take a break and enjoy the show.
Just know we know our problem.
Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a great goal! Entertainment.